you are conscious of Allah Ta'ala, He gives you the ability to distinguish between right or wrong. Inshallah, today our khutbah or our sermon will be focusing on some of the lessons in one of the verses of the Quran, precisely verse 126 of Surah Al-Tawbah. In that verse, Allah Ta'ala is saying, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أولا يرون أنهم يفتنون في كل عام مرة أو مرتين ثم لا يتوبون ولا هم يذكرون. In this noble verse of the Quran, Allah Ta'ala is saying that أولا يرون, don't they see أنهم يفتنون, that they are being tested, يفتنون في كل عام, every year, مرة, once, أو مرتين, or twice, ثم لا يتوبون ولا هم يذكرون, and then they don't, repent, neither do they get acknowledged. Every year we face series of tests from Allah Ta'ala, and as believers, those tests should draw us closer to Allah. They should be source of having better understanding of our relationship with Allah, having better understanding of our relationship with the world, having better understanding as to how to live our lives, to have a successful life in this world and a better life in the hereafter. Allah Ta'ala do test His servants, or test the people with different things, just to make them reflect. Sometimes we complain of shortage of resources, if you like to say poverty. Sometimes some people face challenges of health. As Allah says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. Then He says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. He said, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ. He said, we will test you with something. بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ, something that has to do with fear. وَالْجُوعِ, hunger. وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ, or decrease in wealth. وَالْأَنفُسِ, soul, وَالثَّمَرَاتِ, and farm fruits. They say, فَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, glad tidings for those who are patient, those who are perseverant. And who are those ones? It's الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ. They are those that whenever calamity, whenever test befalls them, they say, إِنَّا لِلَّهِ, from Allah we come, وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ راجعون, and unto Him is what? Is our return. Yes, as we said, just like even within these few couple of days, we lost some of our fathers. Yes, there are lessons inside for us. Lessons to make us better people. Lessons to make our communities better. Nothing is done by Allah that is evil, except if we turn it to evil. There's a blessing inside to a believer. That's why Allah is saying in the hadith that عَجَبًا لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ, how amazing the life of a believer. He said, فَإِنَّ أَمْرَهُ كُلُّهُ لَهُ خَيْرٌ. He said his entire affairs are blessed, are good. Whatever happened to you as a believer is a blessing. In أَصَابَتْهُ سَرًّا, if what gladdens his heart befalls him, shakara, he thanks Allah, فَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُ, it becomes a blessing for him. وَإِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ ضَرًّا, if what displeases him happens to him, صَبَرًا, he is patient, وَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُ, it becomes a blessing to him. And he say, وَلَا يَكُونُ ذَلِكَ إِلَّا لِلْمُؤْمِنِ, no one attains this except the believer. So when things happen, let us always try to sit down and reflect. Check what are the lessons we can learn from inside to better our lives. Every minute you have and every place you find yourself is an opportunity given to you by Allah to build your hereafter. That is to build your hereafter. That is either build Jannah or you build what? You build hell. Anything. I usually remind us from time to time. Anything around you is just that, then you will one day become former. As if your ultimate goal, mention anything. That's why anything in this world is a means to what? To achieving your goal. A mu'min, your own goal is what? To please Allah, to serve Allah. Anything is a means. Because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala have clearly told you in a verse of the Quran that وَلَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَا فَرَادًا. You are going to come back to us alone, that is empty-handed, with nothing. كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. The way we created you at the beginning, that is at the first time, at the initial stage. So any opportunity, utilize it to build your home. What almost all of us are aspiring to be in life, some people have been there and they've left there. But what matters is what did they utilize those places for? Within these few days, we lost one of our fathers, Alhaji Aminu Tata, Abi. So if you are talking of wealth, so that is home of what? Wealth. Also, we lost our father too, that is Oba of Ijebu, Abi. I don't know how they call the title. Is it Awujali, Abi? Yes. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will give him right in Jannah. So you want to be that, he is that, but today he is former. Yes, we lost another father too, His Excellency, the former president. Yes, even before he died, he has even already became what? He became former, even before his what? His death. So some days back, we were talking about him. Today we will say what? Late. And that's how everybody will go. Sometimes you talk about but our father, late Falawi, yes, he's no more. Go everywhere. You have examples. That's what Allah says, يُفْتَنُونَ فِي كُلِّ عَامٍ مَرَّةً أَوْ مَرَّتَيْنِ. Some will die next year. Some won't even reach next year. The question to me and you is, how are we preparing for that day? And like I used to say, don't waste your time to pray not to die, because it is a wasted prayer. Because no matter how much you pray, you will die. It's something inevitable. And it's something you need to be reflecting on. And that's why the smart ones amongst us are those who walk towards that, not who walk against that, because you can't walk against it. Allah said to us in a verse of the Quran, He says, قُلْ tell them, إِنَّ الْمَوْتَ الَّذِي تَفِرُّونَ مِنْهُ. The death you run away from. He said what? فَإِنَّهُ مُلَاقِيكُمْ. He said it will meet you. ثم then تردون, you will be returned إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة, to the one who have knowledge of the hidden and what is open. فينبئكم, then he will give you the story of what you do. What you used to do. So such situations, and those who have gone, may Allah make it blessed for them. May Allah wa ta'ala forgive them, grant them Jannah. So to us behind, the lesson inside is for us to prepare for our own day. And your preparation for that day is utilizing every second given to you by Allah to make the world a better place. That's just how you build your hereafter. How you build your hereafter is you. That is, you make the world a better place. That Allah will give you a better place in the hereafter. That's why He told us in the verse of the Quran that من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه أي في الدنيا حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أي في الآخرة بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. Allah said, من عمل صالحا, whoever does righteous deed, من ذكر, male أو أنثى or female, and is a believer, we will make him live, that is in this world, a good life. And in the hereafter, we will replace for him with something better. We want Jannah, then we need to work towards getting Jannah. Wanting Jannah alone will not give you Jannah. You need to want it, you need to believe in it, and you need to work for it. Allah says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. So, brothers and sisters, indeed, as we keep reminding ourselves, we need to be asking ourselves, anywhere we find ourselves, what impact are we making there? Are we making life better for the people? Are we making life safer for the people? Are we making life comfortable for the people? Are we giving people hope, or we are doing the opposite? There's nothing in this life, nothing inside. Allah told us clearly that what? From the soil, sand, منها خلقناكم وفيها نعيدكم ومنها نخرجكم تارة أخرى. He said, from the earth, from the soil, we created, we made. Into it, we will return you. And out of it, we will resurrect you another time. So we need to prepare for our death. Prepare for your own day by checking your deed. That's why the Prophet said to us in the hadith that Al-Kayyis, the wise one, is who? Mandana, the one who examines himself, who scrutinizes himself. وَعَمِلَ لِمَا بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ, that and works for what comes after death. And he said the unwise one. He said, وَالْعَاجِزْ مَنْ أَتْبَعَ نَفْسَهُ هَوَاهَا. The unwise one is the one who follows his whims and caprices, who follows his selfish desire, وَتَمَنَّى عَلَى اللَّهِ الْأَمَانِ, and keep putting false hope in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So, my appeal to all, to myself and the rest of us is, let us look at the situation and see how it can help us better ourselves. How are we preparing for ours? Yes, you will hear some stories around those there. Who, like our father, the one of Ijebu that died. I think I learned, yes, he have done a lot for Islam within the opportunity he had. Even traditional wise, he have altered some things to see that, yes, everyone is giving his due. Yes, a Muslim is giving his due, the non-Muslim is giving his due. Yes. So when someone goes and you hear things like that, it's a happy thing. Or you hear of the Antata in his own case. I think one of the story I had, they said, okay, there was a time he put 100 houses at one time to be shared for people. So I was listening to that, story from, this scholar, Malam Aminu Daurawa. 100 houses at one time. That is not everything. He just one time and shared for people. Even he too, he bought, a land for him which he used in building his school. And also another lesson inside is that we need to reduce saying negative things about people, because there are a lot of people who do things and they don't make noise. And most of us, what we like to do is to make noise, because we've come to a generation whereby even if you sit in an eatery, you eat amala, you snap it and send it. We like to publicize everything. Not everyone is like that. Some prefer to do their things quiet. Yes, you keep abusing them, giving yourself problem. Because what you think they are, that's not what they are. And they don't care what you think they are. What matters to them is what Allah sees them for, not what you think they are. They are not doing things for you to praise them. They are doing things to please their Maker. And one of the qualities of righteous servants of Allah is part of the, among the people, even the Prophet mentioned that they will be under the shield of Allah Ta'ala on the day of judgment when there is no shirk except that. He said, a man, tasaddaqa bi sadaqa, who gave a charity until his left hand does not know what his right hand offered. Some people do things, you think they are the ones doing. Is someone else doing, he's only managing it. And the other one have told him, I don't want my name heard. So you say this is generous, and the other one is what? Stingy. But the generous one is the one you actually call it stingy. You call this one generous because this one gives him the opportunity to appear generous. So my brothers and sisters, let each and every one of us utilize this situation and change our own lives. Their own time, their time given to them by Allah have come and they've finished using it. Nothing anybody can do about it. Your own time, my own time will also come. So whether you are ready or not, you will go. Whether you are ready or not, you will go. So it is better you prepare. If you prepare, it will take you unaware. You may be preparing and it will not even come. As I remember sometime in 2012, I was on my way somewhere. I was driving, then I parked somewhere. I mentioned this story sometime back. Then gave a call to a brother and I gave him my account details. Then he asked why. I told him it just came through my mind and that's what happened. 2012 and I'm still alive. Yeah, because we're traveling, you see people dying. You are seeing accidents. You two are in the vehicle, so you don't know. It's not some of the vehicles we are seeing having accidents on the road. Some of them are even newer than your own. So what gives you guarantee that you will also get to your own destination? Those who die does not mean Allah doesn't like them. So anything can happen. So you have to prepare. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه ما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل. And most especially when you look at Islamic burial, it humbles everybody. No distinction between a big man and a poor man. So everybody goes into what? Into the soil, straight. White clothes. And even if it is done the contrary, even if they bury you in a plane and put you into the soil, it is you are still in the soil. Because everything in that plane came out of the soil. Nothing in the plane came outside the soil. Those things you are seeing outside the soil actually come out of the soil. The iron came out of the soil. Everything, the gold came out of the soil. So if you put somebody in a golden plane and bury the person, you dug out the gold from the soil and you only return the gold into the soil. You have not done anything special. That's why what matters is your deed. We need to be checking our deeds. And when we say your deed, check your relationship with Allah. See how you relate with people. And like I do say, as a good Muslim, even if it is non-Muslim that are living close to you, pray to be such a person that those non-Muslims will not wish to part with you. They will be sad the day you move away from them. That is, treat them nicely is part of Islam. Muslim told you that your neighbors have rights over you, and even if they are non-Muslims. But I and you should ask ourselves, even your Muslim neighbors, how are they even feeling? Talk less of the non-Muslims. When we come into about our relationship today, we forget Allah. When you want to do your business, Allah is not inside. You feel it is business. When you want to do your politics, you say Allah is not inside. You say it is what? It's politics. When you are in your office, Allah is not inside. You say it is what? It's office. Okay, so which one belongs to Allah? Most of your time, but as a Muslim, every second belongs to Allah. He is documenting every second of your life. Every second. So if you sign any paper wrongly, if it is deliberately, Allah will write sin for you. Yes. If you sign any paper, a contract, when you sign it, it is your deed. Because Allah is taking account of all actions in your life. The way you walk. And that is why as a Muslim, everything you do, there is guideline as to how to do it. Even movement, walking, talking, Allah gives you guideline. There is a way you will talk, will tell you are not talking as a Muslim. That's what the Prophet said, "Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir falyaqul khayran aw liyasmut." The Prophet said, whoever believes in Allah and the last day should say what is good or what, keep silent. So Islam controls everything in your life. Islam have connection with your dressing. There are dresses when you wear them will tell you it is haram. Islam controls your eating. Halal, haram. Allah says, وَغْضُدْ فِي مَشْرِكَ وَغْضُدْ مِنْ صَوْتِكَ إِنَّ أَنْكَرَ الْأَصْوَاتِ لَصَوْتُ الْحَمِيرِ. It's not telling you how to talk and how to walk. How you relate with your parents is Islam. If you treat your parents the way that is not right, Allah will write sin for you. Because He commanded you to what? وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَنْ لَا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. So your relationship with your parents, to us as Muslims, is your deen. Everything is documented. The way you treat your wife is documented. The way you treat your husband is documented. The way you treat your children is documented. As a leader, the way you treat your subject is documented. And we, the subject, the way we treat our leaders is also documented. So no action, nobody's action is not documented. If you hit the road like I used to say, if you press your horn, the horn of your car is documented. Don't take anything for granted. When your horn can cause an accident, your horn can scare someone, and he will fall and get injured, and you say nothing happens. He fell because of your action. So every action has consequences. And that is one of the Newton's laws of motion. It says what? For every, it did not say for some. It says for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. It did not say for some actions. It says for every action. This is not Quranic quotation. Even no common sense as a human being tells you that. So there is consequences for every action. So if today the economy is bad, it's as a result of the action of some of us. So if we want the economy to be good, is going to be a result of action from some of us, not just to sit down and pray. That one doesn't work. Yes, Prophet Yusuf did not just sit down and pray and the economy became bad. There was a guideline he gave, which he put into action, and that saved the people of, Pharaoh of that time. And he was able to even take care of his own brothers from other communities. So prayer alone doesn't work. Yes, pray alone, it doesn't work. You pray, you work. Amanu wa amilu salihat. Allahumma ajib du'ana bi rahmatika wa rahmatika. Allahumma ajib du'ana bi rahmatika wa rahmatika. Allahumma jami'u wa taslimin. الذين شهدوا لك بالوحدانية ولنبيك بالرسالة وماتوا على ذلك اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وعافهم واعف عنهم وأكرم نزلهم ووسع مدخلهم واغسلهم بالماء والثلج والبر ونقهم من الذنوب